and welcome to Tarot by the Moon. Tasha, you're a Tarot by the Moon. Hello everybody and welcome to our collective love reading. This is collective love reading for the signs of Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. Okay, my loves, I hope you're going to enjoy it. It's focusing on love and relationships in particular today. And yeah, we're in a waning moon. So we might be looking at what needs to be let go of, okay? We might be applying that principle. And we're also the moon is in Leo right now. So it's in a fire sign right now. So the energy is very good. So let's go in with that, my darlings. As I always do with Tarot by the Moon, I'm just going to call in the highest vibration of love and only love into this reading today. Radical compassion and love for ourselves, for the planet we live on, for anyone else that comes up during your reading. For all of the plants species, the animal species that we share this glorious planet with, that are our teachers and guides. For our ancestors, our star ancestors and the interdimensional beings, nothing but the highest vibration of compassion and love. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is, my darlings. Please give me a thumbs up and please give me subscribe if you haven't already, okay, my loves? It's very, very simple. You'll never be asked for money either by myself or by YouTube. And it's simply a way for me to grow this channel, reach more people with the messages coming through, okay? So I hope you're going to enjoy. Now, today I've decided we are, I've decided, the Harmonious Tarot have been included today in today's reading. I'm loving these cards, I'm loving the energy here, and I feel like they're absolutely perfect for a romance reading. Okay, so what we'll do 3 cards. Just seeing what's influenced in the past, the present. There's 2 out straight away. That's good. Ooh. And the future. Now that's quite a lot of fallen down there. Okay. Okay, what I've been urged to do is look at the bottom of the pack as well. 4 Pentacles. Interesting. Okay. Well, we'll certainly come back to that in a minute. Now, I've got 1 major arcana here, which is the Hanged Man, so I'm glad to see 1 major arcana and all the rest are pentacles. Now the first impression I'm getting straight away, straight off the back, is you fire signs at the minute, you're very now fire signs well known for their fire, obviously, which carries into passion, which is your language of love, which is the way you express you. People take you for granted with fire signs, and it's almost like a cliche or a joke that fire signs are flirtatious and will make their intentions known, etc, etc, etc. But what I'm seeing here is fire signs that are actually concerned about the practical side of things right now more than the passionate side of things, which is kind of cool, I think, because it's like you've learned a lesson. I feel like I want to say somebody has learned a lesson. Somebody in particular, a fire sign in particular, has learned a lesson about love and how they relate to love and how they are getting results and not getting results in love. Let's look at the cards on it. That's a lot, and it's hit me for 6, to be honest with you. That's just the general overall impression I've got on turning those cards over and channeled there. 2 Pentacles. Now, we know that classically 2 Pentacles is about juggling. It's about, this is what I mean. It's like you're concerned with the practical side. It's all these pentacles coming up in a love reading in the fire signs. It's very practical. It's very down to earth. It's a sense of becoming a lot more grounded in your love choices, because there's a choice to be made. Whichever deck of tarot that you would have chose to use today, the 2 of Pentacles is always going to be about a choice. Something's going to stay and something's going to go. Now I'm going to look at the reference for this particular tarot deck. It says lightheartedness, skill and adaptation. Okay, I love that. Now this has come up in your recent past, okay? This is what I mean. You've learned a lot of lessons. I want to say Leo. I want to say Leo in particular. Obviously, it could be Aries, could be Sagittarius, or it could be anywhere where you have those placements falling in your chart. Or you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But this is the first impression that I got straight away, is that I'm getting Cancerian energy here as well now, which is nothing like any of those energies, but that's just, I've just been shown a crab, clearly. There's no crabs on this card. What I'm being shown very clearly here is you've done a lot of healing in the past. Okay, you've learned a lot of lessons and there's a lot of healing. The way it's being shown to me, one of the ways in which it's being shown to me is those flowers there, you could argue they're daisies, but I was shown them as chamomile or echinacea then, which is a similar sort of plant. And whenever I see chamomile or echinacea in a symbol from spirit, I know it's about healing. So you've certainly done a lot of healing in the recent past, I'd like to say. Light-heartedness, skill and adaptation. You've learned how to take things more light-hearted approach to love. You've learned how to, I want to say you've learned how to drop in with yourself before you go in full steam ahead and making bold moves, which, if you're a fire sign or you've got fire in Venus and you were used to going ahead and making bold moves in your love life, for instance, because that's your language, that's how you put yourself across in love, yeah, which is nothing wrong with. If you've met somebody else who's your equal in that way, or who understands that, or is equally as emotional, or can respond to that in their intensity regardless of what sign they are, you're all right. But sometimes that doesn't work out. Sometimes it scares people off a little bit. I want to say Leo again. I feel like I'm really talking to a Leo here today, but obviously Aries and Sag are here as well. Other people have been a little bit put off by that, and you've learned that, and it's like you've learned how to deftly sort of read the signs, to be a little bit more subtle, to bring in a little bit of skill and adaptation, as the interpretation of these cards have suggested there. Good on you. Good on you, because it's just another, I want to say, it's just another string to your bow, you know, in your love language. It's like you've learned how to read people. It's like you've learned to see, this is what I want to be. I want to be bold. I want to grab hold of you and give you a big passionate snub, but I'm not going to do that because I can see that you're the kind of person that will not respond to that. I've learned the hard way. But if I use skill and adaptation, I might get the results I'm after. It's very, very good. Very, very practical. Now, the worst thing we can do, obviously, especially being a fire sign, especially in love, would be to repress that fire too much, okay? So I see you there at Page of Pentacles. So you're moving very slowly. This is where you're at right now in your love situation. You're at a stage of okay, there's quite a lot of fire in, and even though that's the Page of Pentacles, I'm just being drawn to a lot of fire. There's fire. See, this is the reason why I use these cards. Look at all the fire there. Look at the fire on his shield. Look at that orange feather streaming out of his head. I actually got an orange feather on my look at the orange feather streaming out of his helmet there. There's a lot of fire in that card, even though it's an earth card energy. I've been drawn to all of the orange. There's a lot of passion. So you're moving very slowly with your passion, and you're making a small gesture with your passion. Is where you're at right now, or you're thinking about making a small gesture with your passion right now. You've also got your practical life sorted together as well, a little bit. Not fully, but something's begun, or a little bit. Because you don't just want to go in and make an offer of hotness, I want to say. You want to go in and make an offer of practical value as well. You want to prove yourself as somebody who's worthy of consideration in the long term, and not just in a passionate sort of sense. Okay, I'm feeling like you are feeling quite frustrated, I have to say. I feel like there's a level, I've got to say, where I'm getting, there's a level of sexual frustration here, and you're wondering if your patience is going to be rewarded and pay off. And not just on the sexual terms. It's just that's coming up because that's how you show your love. Yeah, your fire. Okay, what else is coming up there? a lot coming up, actually. Let me just check the incentives, nutrition, business intuition. Yeah, covered there though. Okay, I'm going to move on, my loves. That's interesting. Okay, that's where you're at right now, and this is where you're... Okay. Dear. The overarching energy, as I say, is we've got one major arcana card here, and it's the Hangman. So it's about being patient. It's about learning to be patient. It's about learning to be even more patient. And when you've learned all the lessons of how patient you can be, and it does go against the grain for fire signs generally. Now don't get me wrong, you could be a Sagittarius or a Leo and Aries with, I don't know, Cancer in your moon or something like that, which would make you a more patient version of that fire, yeah? But generally fire, native fire, or fire, if you've got your moon energy in any of these signs, or your Venus in any of these signs, or ascending, it don't come naturally, especially when you're in love, because your language of love is very fast, is very passionate, when left to its own devices, for better or worse, is not patience, okay? However, Spirit has asked you time and again to be patient and to slow down, and the reason for that is you're being shown to look at things from a different perspective and a deeper perspective, which is what you're hungry for. You're not just hungry for physical love here, you're hungry for stability within love, with all of these coins coming in, with all of these discs coming in. You're hungry for it all. You want the whole package. You want to be able to express yourself sexually, but you also want something that's going to last, something that's got stability, something that's got a root, yeah? And Spirit's going to ask you to remain patient for a little while longer, my darlings. So what I suggest is that you find a creative outlet, that you take up exercise, that you find something to put your energy, passionate, fiery side into, that'll be rewarding and healthy for you in the meantime, while you're continuing to learn these lessons of patience, okay? I'm sorry to be that. I don't shoot the messenger, but I can only give you what I'm getting, my darlings, as I always say, and that's what I'm very clearly getting there. Just going to look at something there. Hang on. Just check I haven't missed anything, because this set of cards is relatively new to me. Stalled situation, difficult text and stuff. Okay, you're feeling stagnant and you're feeling stuck, and it's natural to feel that, and it's natural to feel that frustration. When you start to feel those emotions of stagnant, stuck, this isn't going anywhere, this isn't worth it, that's the time to shift your focus from your object of desire, from your so-called object of desire, and focus that energy into something practical for yourself. And I do highly recommend either physical exercise, and I know it's cold outside and not a lot of us perhaps want to get out and throw balls around or whatever, you know, but there's lots of things you can do at home. You can do a yoga workout, you can do some skipping, you could do some boxing exercises, lots of things you can do indoors. Anything at all, whether it's just like doing some physical work around the house, moving some furniture around, doing some decorating that you've been meaning to do for a while, or anything that takes away your physical energy and focuses your mind on something, you will feel the benefit of that right now, my loves, okay? Your patience is going to pay off. You wouldn't be asked to be being patient otherwise. Now, it may not always pay off in the way that you think you want it to right now. I have to give you the warning. It might, but I'm just throwing that in there. But it will pay off, and that I will guarantee you. But it will pay off in one way or another. It will absolutely pay off, and you will see that over time. I want to say feeling like you're sacrificing something. So when you're sacrificing that side of yourself that wants to be sexy and wants to be passionate and physical and all of those things, because somebody is worth the wait, dear. Somebody is worth the wait for these fire signs at the minute, okay? And even if that, like I say, and even if that doesn't come through in the way you'd think you'd like it to right now, you're still going to get rewarded in the long run. Four of Pentacles has come up for consideration. This is what we didn't see coming. This is what was underneath the pack that Spirit urged me to have a quick look at. So this is all about holding on to very little, okay? Now, there's a warning here, I feel, especially for how it came up underneath the pack, and that is, you may be feeling this frustrated energy, and I feel you surely are feeling it, in fact. Don't be tempted to go back to something that is easy to fall into bed with somebody, easy to fall into somebody's arms, okay? And it's a quick fix, and it'll make you feel better in the short term, and it'll make you feel better on one level, but in the long run, it's toxic, and you know it's toxic. It's giving you very little in return, whatever that is. It's kept you trapped in the past, and Spirit is warning you, never mind how frustrated you feel or how time's dragging on and you're still being patient. Whatever you do, don't go back to that old easy physical toxic relationship that I see you, that you had with somebody, a casual thing or whatever, okay? You might kid yourself and say, well, it's fine, but we're all consenting adults and it's fine, it's just a sexual outlet and I just sleep with them and that's fine, and I'm still in love with this other person that I'm waiting for and that I'm proving myself for or whatever, and there's no harm in it. But Spirit is warning you there that when you mix your sexual energy with somebody, it does affect you on levels that perhaps you are not recognising, okay, are not ready to recognise, but it surely is affecting you, my loves, okay? So I feel like these love readings are new for me to do as well, so bear in mind these are all brand new for me to do, and I will say I never know what's going to come up, and I wish I could sit here and say, oh my goodness, this is amazing, we're all going to live happily ever after and have mind-blowing orgasms all the time, but it's not it's not what I'm getting, and it's not what I'm seeing, and I'm only here to encourage you to stay healthy, okay? So when you feel that frustration coming up, when you feel that, really like you're having to repress your fire, you don't have to repress your fire. Just because you can't express it towards the person you like to in the way that you like to doesn't mean you have to repress your fire. You can find other healthy outlets for it, okay? Do not go back to what gave you very little in the past, okay? It is toxic, all right? And look at how far you've come. Okay, there's a little bit of law of attraction got to come into it here now, okay? Because what you're doing, you're getting all frustrated, you're getting all up in your feels, and you're getting all fed up of how long you've had to hang around and wait for somebody, okay? And display these other qualities of being grounded and stable and not just passionate for them to come in closer to you. And what you're doing is you're pushing it further away from you, because you're going, well, I'm still hanging about. Well, they still haven't noticed me. Well, they're still, it's still not getting onto a physical level where I'd like it to be or whatever. And then you're creating more of that. What Spirit is urging you to do here is look at how far you've come. Up at the lessons of the past that you've learned, and they are, like I started off with, they are huge. You've done such a lot of healing, you've done such a lot of growing up, I feel, emotionally as well, a lot of learning how and when to sort of weave your energy, weave your fire, okay, how to adapt that fiery, passionate energy of yours, which surely is amazing. Fire signs, wow, look at how far you've come, look at how much you've grown, look at how much you've learned, look at how much you've learned to adapt, look at how much you've learned to slow down and be patient. Look at that instead of looking at, you see what I'm saying? And it'll move along a lot quicker, because what you'll get is, because you're focusing on how far you've come instead of how far you've yet to go, it'll speed it up. It'll speed it up no end, my loves, okay? So bear that in mind. Bear that in mind, my beautifuls, okay? I'm going to clarify with a little bit of Swedish tarot, because we are loving this Swedish tarot this week, or this month, I should say, even this season, okay? During the winter season. I've been working with it a lot, looking at it a lot. I was looking at it again last night. Absolutely in love with it. So let's see what's coming up. Clarify from the beautiful fire signs. Swedish Tarot today. Okay. Okay. Okay, my loves. Sorry, I've gone very quiet there. I don't know if something's coming through or not sometimes. Something's trying to come through, that's for sure. There's a lot of energy about. Oh. Okay. Please clarify the Page of Pentacles energy in the present moment for our beautiful fire signs today. And we've got 2. Lovely. Can we please clarify the Hangman energy from the beautiful fire signs today? Yes. Please can clarify. Oops. 4 of Pentacles. That's too many cards there, my love, so I'll start again. Please can we clarify 4 Pentacles for my beautiful fire sign energy today? Heavy energy around this issue of heavy energy around this issue of going back to a past person that you've been involved with, even just casually, for a bit of comfort, for a bit of a fling. Heavy energy around that, because you know how easy it would be, and you know how temporarily how good it's going to make you feel. But the reason why you're feeling so much heavy energy around and anxiety around it is because deep down your intuition's telling you red flags, no you shouldn't, even though you can't perhaps understand exactly how that might be so bad for you. So I'm trusting your intuition and knowing that it is, and in the long run it's going to hold you back and hold back your growth and healing, and you've come so far, my love. Okay, so let's go in. I'm just going to quickly find the reference for this John Bauer Tarot, because like I said to you a couple of times that I've used it now, it is so different to regular tarot. Okay, so okay, the Tower. See, now in the past, see, I said, didn't I, you've learned all these lessons. So to clarify, there are 2 discs. Okay, you've learned all these lessons, and this might be, if you might be any sign, but you might have fire in Venus as well. I've got fire in Venus myself, or you might be fire rising, or you might be fire in your moon, which would be suggest your emotional life. So this might apply to you in any of those instances. You've got the Tower to support the 2 discs, which is about making a choice, which is letting something go, whether it be a way of being, a way of doing things, another person, a relationship. Something had to go. Okay, very powerful. Major Arcana, very, very powerful. The Tower. Lightning strikes, illuminating a dark figure who towers over a small boy. The boy stands before the figure, a sword at his waist. Conflict is brewing. Stand up for what you want. Remove obstacles in your way. Exactly, something has to be removed with the 2 discs, because there's just too much to juggle. And something did definitely have to go in the recent past. And I feel like part of what had to go in the recent past was you always having to have your own way in love, and sort of like just charge ahead with that fiery. You might even have somebody who might have double fire in their chart. So what I mean by that is you could be a Leo, double Leo, or you could be a Leo with Sag rising, or Aries with Sagittarius and Venus. Something about double fire here, which would make it quite difficult for you to understand, perhaps, that while we do not want to repress that energy in any sense, that would be dangerous and wrong, but that you need to sort of learn how to dance with that energy. So there may have been a sort of a letting go of the old way that you were doing things, okay, to bring you in a more stable and mature energy for the future for yourself. sometimes your own obstacles, with our own, our own worst enemy is ourselves, for sure. And that's what I feel like. Also, whenever I see a child in a tarot card like that, especially in an image like that with that tower looming over him, this is your inner child. This is a return to innocence. This is a return to purity in your recent past that you've done with your healing, okay? Of your heart, of not just your fire, but your actual heart of your water. To really be in touch with that and to really understand what it is you need over what you want sometimes. Because we all have it, and sometimes, I know in my chart I've got a really weird, sorry, the cock stuck there. A really weird thing where what in my love life, what I want versus what I need are very much at odds. And you may be one of those people also as that coming up in your chart. And I think a lot of people face it in one degree or another through their love life. What you need and what you want. Can't always get what we want, but if we try sometimes, we find what we need, as the old song goes. And that's part of the lesson that you've come to realise, for sure, my love. So that's wonderful. Coming up to clarify that Page of Pentacles, okay, which is moving very slowly. This card comes up every time I use this tarot card. This is the third time this card has come out when I've been doing these tarot cards. Now, it's the Swedish Seven of Wands. He keeps coming up, this ogre. He's absolutely fab. It's about being defensive. It's about making a stand when you need to. Now, this card I'm absolutely fascinated by. Would you believe that beautiful image, right, and it's very, very Christmassy, I know, actually represents the Hermit in Swedish tarot, because it's one of the first ones that I learned about that is like so different to our usual tarot cards. That beautiful young girl with the candles on her head is the Hermit in the Swedish tarot. This is what I mean about how different it is. Okay, so I'm just going to look that one up for us, because as I say, it is so strikingly different from our usual idea of the Hermit, which is usually an old man with a lamp, etc. Yeah. A young maiden stares out onto a starry night. She wears a green laurel with 7 white candles, the flames of which burn high into the air. Trust in your own knowledge, be prepared for the next step, make yourself ready to lead the charge. Now, I love that. I'm just checking. I'm going to taking a stand, defending your ground and feeling defensive. Exactly. You know what you want. You know how to move forward. You've learned all of these lessons of the past. I love as well that it's just the fact that she's got fire on her head. But, like, there doesn't seem to be any no, if I was wearing a hat like that, I'd be feeling a little bit, you know what I'm saying, a little bit nervous or whatever, but she's not nervous. She's the absolute image of calm, peace, tranquility, okay? Because to me, it's just such a, and this has nothing to do with the meaning of the cards, it's just my own intuitive thing here. It's just showing me that, Mr. Milo, what are you doing? Oh, Mr. Milo, please. Yeah, it's just showing me that that fire is tamed. That fire is absolutely tamed, and that you've had to use your mental strength to bring things into balance. Even, I want to say that you have all the wisdom and the knowledge within you to know how and when to, I want to say, come on baby, light my fire, how and when to make those moves. Yeah, absolutely, you've got this. These 2 cards are reassuring me that although you feel a little bit frustrated now and you're moving very cautiously towards the object of your affection, you are in fact moving, that you're doing it from a grounded and stable energy and not just a fiery energy. The fire's still there as well, yeah? That you have that under control, absolutely, okay? And you know when to make a move and when not to. All of a sudden now, this ogre, I've got another interpretation of him. He looks like he's about to dance to me now. Just the way his hands and stuff, looks like he's going to do a little step touch. A minute, exactly. And he knows how and when to, you know, because the last thing he would want to do is in love is overpower, which fire can come across as overpowering when mixed with certain other energies. Okay, and if you look, there's those figures in the front of that card look very, very little. The last thing you would want to do is make people feel like that. You're trying to show them love. You're trying to move forward like this beautiful page, all charming and gorgeous and whatever. But the last thing you would want to do is make people feel like that, like they're small and you're this, because you've put it charged in and you're aware of that. And that's why you're taking that gentle stance. Just ready to dance that energy, my darlings, okay? Love that for us. Next one was the Six of Rods, Swedish Six of Rods. I've not really had this one before. I can see a beautiful cross of Saint Germain on there, which is nice. It's always nice to see. Let's see. Be a victorious leader. Make clear decisions and take action. Be a victorious leader. Make clear decisions. Take action. Exactly. So while you're being... Right, so this is clarifying the Hangman. So this is showing us that the patience that you're being asked to display is coming to an end soon, okay? Once you've learned the lessons that you're meant to learn while hanging in that patient position. And until you've learned them, you're going to just keep being asked to stay in that patient position, which is why I said to you earlier on, don't be looking at how impatient you feel or how stuck you feel. Look at how far you've come and how much you've learned, okay? As soon as you do that, that's going to shift to you actually having to make a move, okay? And you will. And you'll be able to be the dominant person. You'll be able to let that fiery side come out and make a strong, it says, make a bold move, you know, taking clear action and making a clear decision and being a victorious leader. Because in any of the tarot decks that I've ever worked with, the Six of Rods is always about victory. Victory is one of the key words that comes up with it time and time again. Okay, my darlings. Cross Saint Germain's being highlighted to me very, very clearly there. That might mean something to somebody personally as a symbol or something, okay? Just mention that, that's all, sort of thing. Ten of Wands came up to clarify the Four Pentacles, which was warning us not to go back to holding on to something that was of very little value. Four Pentacles, need I remind you, this energy that you're tempted to just jump back in bed with, okay, it's Four Pentacles. You can do better than Four Pentacles, my darling, and you know you can, and you're hanging in there for it, and you're nearly there. So that's what this reading's all about, you know. Four Pentacles is very little value, my love, okay, very little value. You're being urged to let it go. We've got a Ten of Rods there urging us to let it go. In any deck that I've ever used, a Ten of Wands is about something burdened, something that's been oppressive, something that you found frustrating and burdensome, almost being over, okay? It's definitely time to let this Four of Wands go with our Ten of Wands coming up to clarify it. Conserve the energy, the journey is complete, don't overcommit yourself is the exact interpretation of the John Bauer Ten of Wands. Let me see what I can see in here as well. Oh, goodness me. Can I just say this, okay? There's like a myriad of creatures, bodies, writhing and faces in this deck, and then in the forefront of the image there's just one very pale, very wan, very worn out looking body lying on like a bed, a litter, you see what I mean? And that's the energy I'm getting, this Four of Pentacles sort of energy that you could easily jump into bed with. It's of such little value. It's the energy has been dissipated, I want to say, by multiple partners. The sexual energy has been fractioned and dissipated. This is what will be left of your energy body if you partake in that, is what I want to say. Because you're not just sleeping with the one person just to have some sweet relief, okay? You're going to end up... it gets shared among all the energy that people that they've ever slept with. And what I'm getting is that and I'm not judging it or anything, but if somebody's very promiscuous and they've shared their energy with all of this and then you've popped into bed with them, yeah, and you wonder why there's not a feeling of real value coming back from it. I hope I'm making sense to you. It's like, do the math. Yeah. You're dissipating your energy needlessly with this person. Needlessly, Spirit's urging you to resist that big time, okay? As I suggested there, just do anything else to sort of, because don't repress the energy, but don't waste the energy either. Hang in there, hang in there, hang in there. Keep finding creative outlets for your energy, okay, my loves? So I hope that helps, and I hope it makes sense for somebody, for my beautiful fire signs. I am going to just check in with the romance angels to finish up this reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been of value. Please get in touch with me and let me know. Please give me likes, shares and subscribes. It's easy to subscribe. There's no catch whatsoever involved. You'll never be asked for money either from myself or by YouTube. It's very, very simple. Anytime you'd like to unsubscribe, you simply click the button and you unsubscribe. There's no drama to it. No one chatting you in to stay in. It's not like a phone subscription or something. It just means I can grow this channel. If you'd like a personal reading, if I've hit on something for you here today and you'd like to know more, please get in touch with me at the email address provided below. Mr. Murray, bum. Mr. Murray. Okay, just excuse my dogs. Attention seeking dramas. Okay, Mr. Murray. Come here. Okay. Oh, look at him. There we are. Good boy. Let's see what's coming up. I've nearly finished now, Baba. Can we just ask the romance angels what's coming up for our beautiful fire signs? For our Leo, Sagittarius and Aries today. Okay, it feels flown out, my loves. Consideration, there's another one there. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying the moment fully. Exactly, that means being present. That means being where you are with it and not rushing ahead and not second guessing the future and not trying to control the outcome. Excuse me, I've got to control this outcome a minute. Mr. Milo. No. Get it. Go. Get it. Naughty boy. Behave. To you. Sorry about so that means not trying to control the outcome, not trying to push ahead too strongly. That just means simply enjoying the moment of realising that you're attracted to somebody and that they may well be attracted to you, but that this needs to move at a certain pace. And the reason why it needs to move at a certain pace, you will find out as you go along. Because those are the lessons of patience. They might be as much about you learning about yourself or about spirit as they might be about the actual other person. Express your love. Go ahead and make a romantic gesture. So don't feel like you've got to tame that fire in completely. Again, I'm being drawn to a lot of the yellow and orange colours in this particular image. Mr. Murray, you haven't scratched all day long. And now you are. Yeah, I know. It's nearly time to go out again. That's why. Come here. So, yeah, I'm attracted to all the yellow, orange and gold colours there. So obviously very fiery, very passionate. And this is what I mean. You don't have to completely repress that fire. Do not repress it. Find natural ways to release it, okay? And just express it a little bit of time. Make a small move. The Page of Pentacles is he's making a move. He's definitely making a move. But it's a small move, okay? It's not as bold a move as a knight or a king or an emperor. It's a move, but it's a little move, okay? Express your love. Definitely express it. I feel like it will be reciprocated. Passion. It's definitely going to be reciprocated. You've just been asked to be patient a little while longer and to have a positive attitude about being asked to be patient a little while longer. That'll move along quicker. Whinging about having to be patient or being stuck or feeling frustrated or being tempted to go back to this negative energy is not going to bring the passion in. Okay, so just have a positive attitude. What else did you get? Pay attention to the red flags. Funny I should mention that again. That's for this. Pay attention to the red flags where this, I'm going to put that there, where this easy to jump into bed with, dissipated sexual energy. Okay, pay attention to the red flags there. Pay attention, you know what I'm saying. It's time to take back control of your life for yourself. I'm going to leave that there as well, because I feel like, and I did say it to you earlier on, I feel like that's been a bind to you in the past. I feel like that's been kept you stuck and kept you from growing, and you've done such a lot of growth and healing around that area of your life. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Exactly. Talk to your friends. Open up to your friends about how you're feeling, how you're doing, how far you've come with it all. Okay? I'm sure they'll encourage you in the right direction. People who've got your back. People who understand you. People who understand what a fiery, beautiful, passionate person you are and what you need. Okay? I feel like if you take these steps the Spirit is guiding you to take today, you will absolutely arrive at this. And I mean, it's there. It is absolutely there. That Page of Pentacles is making an offer. It's a small offer, but he's moving forward with his love. Express your love, attraction, and then just enjoy that. Enjoy that one small step. Enjoy that reciprocal energy, and you will arrive at what you want to know the answer to all along throughout this reading. Passion. It's time to allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And what could be better than that? Okay, you're gonna get there, my darlings. Okay, and it's gonna be reciprocated. Okay, so like I say, if this has resonated with you, or you'd like to know more, you'd like a personal reading, please get in touch with me at the email address below. I really hope you've enjoyed my fire sign love reading. I've really enjoyed it. Sending you a lot of love and a lot of light. Please look after yourself if you feel like this reading has resonated today. Please drink lots of water, ground yourself with something nice to eat. Don't forget to do that little bit of exercise or movement, okay, my loves. And I'll be back next week, and it'll be the turn of the earth signs to have their love reading. So that's Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo. Okay, so thank you very much. Please give me a like, please leave me a comment, please share, and please take care of yourselves. Lots of love and lots of light.